Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about fear and how people can overcome it, and along with how people are stopped by what people think. And we're here with my history / psychology teacher, Miss Mascolo. Hashtag Ace Gang.
Hi guys. He's gonna ask me questions right now.
Okay, so my first question to you is, why are people afraid of what people think?
I think that fear can be really debilitating, and I think that as human society we're very social creatures, and we like to have unity, and so our fear of judgment really hinders us from being ourselves sometimes, putting ourselves out there.
And you said we're like fear of judgment, correct? So what kind of judgment gets to us the most based off your experience with working with kids and in general? Is it the fear and judgment of other people or the judgment of ourselves?
I think it's called the spotlight effect, where we're really afraid of other people's judgments. And that means that you think that if you have something in your teeth that everybody saw it, and really, I mean, maybe one person saw it, but you are mortified. But really, people aren't paying attention to you as much as you think you are. So really don't hold yourself back. And if you're having negative judgments about yourself, then that's something that you should work on daily. Maybe look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, hey, you know, I do look nice today, or I am a good person, and keep telling yourself that to build that self-confidence.
That's a really good point. Self-confidence is key. Second question to you is, what do you think is stopping most kids and people in general today in this society?
I think what's stopping us is that we don't know where we're going. We don't know what the ultimate finish line looks like. And if we don't know what the ultimate finish line looks like, what am I working towards? And so I think it's really important to set a goal for yourself. Otherwise, you know, why would you work hard?
And how would someone identify or figure out where it is that they want to go and identify what they want to do? What would you recommend?
I would recommend taking down a piece of paper and making it almost like a homework assignment, where you have a 5-year plan and what's it going to take to get there. So I know when I was 18, I really wanted to buy a house, and I knew that was super expensive. And so that was my 5-year plan, just to save money for a down payment. And that meant working extra hours, and it would take years to, you know, save a down payment for a house. But, you know, you have to have that goal for yourself.
That's a really good point. My third question to you is, how is fear something actually very, very useful in today's society, and how do people perceive it?
Fear is useful because we have to be aware of what is dangerous to us. And so I think that fear can be used in a positive manner. If you remind yourself, hey, if I don't do this assignment, I might get a fail, or if I don't pay this bill, I might ruin my credit score. So a little bit of fear can be healthy, just don't let it hold you back.
And what would you tell someone that is being held back by fear?
If you're being held back by fear, that's a tough question.
Usually what I tell them is that if you're afraid of something, that you should go for it, because it's an indicator to do something. Because if you're afraid of something, chances are you're probably one of the best at it. And so far, I personally experienced that it's true. You know, I was afraid to do this, and I'm doing it, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm afraid of public speaking, and I've been doing it, and I really enjoy it.
Oh, good.
So I feel like fear is that one motivation, that energy that we need to just go and do something. And I feel like that's what guides us to the correct destination that we want to be in, even if we don't know where we're going.
That's a really good point.
Thank you.
I don't ride roller coasters, so I haven't met all my fears, you know?
Yeah, and something I tell people is just, if you face all your fears throughout your life, what are you going to be afraid of? They say nothing. So I asked them, so what's going to hold you back in the end? They say nothing. And I've always tried to make that point with anybody. A friend recently told me he's scared to go talk to a girl. I told him, what do you have to lose? He said, nothing. What do you have to gain? He said, what I want. And I told him, go for it. Go for it. Because you never know. She might be the woman that you marry. And so far, he's working up to it, and I'm very proud of him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if they get married? We'll see.
Yeah, I'll probably be the wingman.
Yeah.
So my fourth question to you is this. If someone is judging other people, is it because of insecurities, or is it because they're afraid that other people are going to see through them?
That's a good point. I think when people judge others, it almost becomes a habit. We've become a very critical society, especially because of the internet, and we can trash talk people behind their back. But it might be this insecurity of themselves, or just anger and sadness about the lack of progress that their own life is making.
So you think that to overcome that in a society, is it best to just acknowledge ourselves and know that we are insecure, and instead of spreading that insecurity and that negativity, that we actually acknowledge it and work on ourselves and spread kindness and positivity to others?
Absolutely. I think that whole like kindergarten thing, think before you speak, or don't say anything if you don't have anything nice to say. Think about how you would react if someone told you that, or think about how you would react if someone was criticizing you in any little manner, you know. If it doesn't feel good, then why do you have to spread that evil, I guess?
Of course, that's true. And a lot of people are held back by some sort of trauma or things in the past. And I think a lot of people give too much credit to the past, and they don't notice or realize that the present has so much, and that the present is what builds up your future. So what would you say to someone that's just been held back by the past?
If you can't change it, and if you really can't make the past go away, then you do have to look to the future. And there's so many things you have to look forward to. If you think that you're going to live 80 years, and if you've had a bad 2 years or 3 years, you still have, 81, 82 left to go. So think about what's ahead of you.
And, well, this is our last point. What would you tell someone who is just low self-esteem, no motivation, and just doesn't see themselves doing anything with their lives? What would be the one thing you would tell them?
If they have low esteem and they don't see anything, maybe talk to somebody, because they can hopefully bring up your morale. Because obviously if you haven't been able to handle the situation or problem on your own, then it's okay to get help, whether it's from an adult or whether it's from a peer, but definitely talk to somebody.
So communication is key to feeling better and improving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a message to everybody that's very introverted and are afraid to speak. We all gotta talk to someone sometime, because we all need some emotional support, and sometimes we just don't know everything. So we just need to have an open mind to exploring and learning from others that have already experienced what we experienced, and that have already reached the goal that we've set for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss, before anything, is there any quote you want to leave these amazing people with?
Wow, that's a tough one, Manny.
It's a tough one.
Others have done this before you. You'll get through it.
So you guys heard it first from Mrs.Mascolo. So stay up, people. Much love. Subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Unconditional love. Talking about the stuff that don't wear off. It don't